Peace be unto you all today. I am Fancy. I am the owner of Elf Elder Enterprises, which publishes Swagger Magazine. And I am also the upcoming author of The Bag Lady Diaries, which is a memoir about my life. And as I began promoting my book, I kind of began to do little social network posts and so on in preparation of the book being launched, which should be out in January of 2014. So, today I posted a picture for Transformation Tuesday, and the first picture is of me 3 years ago, and I was about 160. And the present picture, which is me now, is me at about 125. So, I said that I was about maybe 150 at that point. I can't really say I was at 160, but I did get up to that. So I posted that picture just like to show the weight loss, but also so much had transpired over the course of 3 years. It wasn't just the weight loss. It wasn't just weight that I lost. Put it that way. And so when I speak of the bags in my book, it's not necessarily, it's not bags. It's figuratively speaking of bags, but in actuality it's all those issues that I've had to deal with and overcome to be the person that I am now. So I kind of felt like that coincided along with that picture because, as I said in the past picture, I'm much heavier, and in the present picture I'm much lighter, and that's really like where I'm at this point in my life. Um, After I've let go of so many things, and as I was thinking about that while looking at that picture, it just made me realize like I I took that picture in October of 2010, and I started Swagger Magazine in July of 2010. I lost my apartment, and my children and my dad and I were basically homeless in August of 2010. And then um, I won't really say it was a blessing, but I guess it was a blessing in some ways. I got married in December of 2010, which was following that photo shooting, and at the same time, I I stopped dancing because I was an exotic dancer. I stopped dancing in December of 2010, actually December 31st, 2010, or either the 30th, December 30th, 2010 is when I stopped dancing. And then uh, shortly after that, in March of 2011, I lost my daughter in a custody battle. And as I was just looking at those things, and I was like, gosh, I had all of that going on in my life, and that was so much weight upon me. Like I said, it wasn't just physical weight, it was mental, it was emotional, it was being lost and not having a peace of mind, not knowing who I was, just constantly feeling like I was always running, not necessarily knowing who or what I was running to, but just I was wasting energy. And when I think about that, and I think about my present situation and just how I feel, just so much more peaceful, so much more optimistic, so much more positive than what I felt before. Just so much more lighter. And it also made me think about like a lot of people liked the photo, of course. A lot of guys liked it. I'm in a dress, so I was just kind of thinking, for a guy to say, hey, well, that picture on the left, which is the previous picture, whereas I have on this tighter, much shorter dress, my pose and everything was uh, I guess you would say I looked more voluptuous or something. But again, it wasn't just physical weight, it was mental weight as well, it was emotional weight. And I was a hot mess, basically. But I didn't necessarily look it, especially not to a man of a certain caliber. A man who would just not be as choicy about a woman. I guess, I was fine, basically. I looked fine. But mentally and spiritually and emotionally, even physically, because I was past my BMI. I was too big for my structure frame. And I'm just like, a man that would be more attracted to that type of woman isn't a man I like to deal with in this present day and age. And I guess somebody's like, well, who asked you what type of man you were trying to deal with? But it just made me think, because of course someone did, a couple of people actually inboxing. It's like, with a picture on the left, and in my mind, I'm thinking, if that's the picture that you like, if that's the fancy that attracted you, then I know you wouldn't know what to do with the fancy that's here now. So, I just wanted to share those thoughts with y'all and just, you know, uh, I guess also get the point across that it wasn't just so many people ask, well, how did I change my diet, or what diet was I on, and I'm like, it's so much more than that. You're carrying around all those issues of the past, not letting go of things, and I have been doing that for years. I mean, a lot of years. So I think it's kind of like a generational curse sort of thing. So that many years, if you can take that back 3 to 4 generations. And so I just wanted to share this message with you all, and I just thought maybe it might be something that someone else maybe needed. I always try to share things because I know that we all go through so much. A lot of people don't speak on it, and you never know what's going on with them. But a lot of times, someone may need them to speak on that issue. It may not even be the exact same issue that person is going through, but it can kind of give you some insight, a different perspective, maybe a different approach to finding a solution to the problem that you're having. So that's why I always try to share my stories, and I'm trying to share them in video format. So I hope y'all are being patient with me and not just like, man. But I'm also trying to work on my speaking skills, as far as speaking publicly and on different subject matters. So if you thought this was a kind of interesting video, and you think maybe some other woman could understand the message in it, feel free to share it, or like it. You can favorite it or something. I greatly appreciate that. And as always, peace and blessings, and y'all have a great day.